for dead, so I said, Albie, don't get so upset. We all get scared of sticking out our necks. It's expected.
Not if I set my mind that it's a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all mental conditioning.
Yeah, like waking up early in the morning, I don't need an alarm because before I go to bed, I check
Wow.
what time is it. Like it's 11. So it's 11. I need to wake up by 5:30.
And then you wake up at 5:30?
I wake up earlier than 5:30.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I
can't do
need
that.
I need to look at the time before I go to sleep. Like
Huh.
yeah, really look at the what time it is. Then I can set my internal clock like that.
And with no problem at all, you wake up at the correct time?
Most of the time,
No
yes.
problem?
Most of the
Even
time.
if it's raining and it's super cozy?
Yeah, most of the time, but sometimes I oversleep. But
Okay.
yeah, most of the time, if I check the time first before I go to sleep, then I can wake up to that time that I set my internal clock to.
Mhm. When I was younger, in college, I think I told you this, I always had insomnia. So I always had trouble sleeping. I think because of all my sins. But now I have no more sins, or I don't care about them anymore. I sleep like a baby. I accept that I'm a sinful man.
Yeah, it's probably because you got fatter.
And then they're all sins. I've eaten all my sins. Where's Butch?
It's eating your sins.
Okay. I ate Butch.
You eat much.
We were talking about naps.
Ah,
Are you
great
good
topic.
Are you good at taking naps?
I just had a nice
Sandwich.
power nap courtesy of this app called Power Nap with Andrew Johnson.
What?
The fuck?
Yeah, I downloaded an app to fall asleep.
What?
Uh-huh. Does he read you a story? Well, how does
I
it
don't know.
work?
I was unconscious for most of it. I have no idea. He has
So
a nice,
for all you know, it doesn't work.
he has a nice, relaxing Scottish voice.
Uh-huh. Yeah?
It's like Sean Connery's whispering in your ear.
I
Like
see
Sean
that you're
Connery.
tired there. Let me help you
Yeah.
take a nap.
Yes.
My tired
exactly.
little boy. And then what does he do?
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm a sleeper
It's a
agent
drug.
now or something. Yeah, it's hypnosis or some shit.
Because I asked you this because you work at night also. Sort of.
Sort of.
Do you ever take a nap in between panels just so you rest and then come back to the desk?
No, I have a rule that I don't draw sleepy. So the second I get sleepy, I'm done.
Yeah. I always draw sleepy.
I give in to things quickly. What about you?
Uh, I like to try to do 2 pages a day, but realistically it's like 1.5. And by the time I get to the last half of of that page, I usually get sleepy, and then I take a nap in between the last 2 panels or last 3 panels, and then I take a 30-minute nap or 1 hour nap, and then I come back and I'm able to do it. And then I'm crying the entire time.
No, but you said usually, so you have like a pattern already, like a schedule.
I don't
Scheduled
take a nap, not all the time, but I'm 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 just saying that I'm able to. A lot of people can't apparently.
Yeah,
If they sleep, they sleep. They can't take
Yeah.
short naps.
it's hard life.
Yeah. You know what helps me nap also sometimes?
What?
The Trash Comic Carols podcast. Welcome everybody. This is episode. This is episode
Doesn't
49
help.
of the
Segue.
number one comic discussion podcast in the Philippines. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Podcast Republic. And Butch wants me to let you know that you can follow us for great comics conversations on our Facebook group. You like that?
Yeah,
Like
no
that?
need to go to Reddit.
Yeah.
Go there, please.
Screw Reddit.
All the boob bounce gifs are on Reddit, TK. The topic this past week on our FB group was pretty active.
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, it was the What is your ideal Justice League roster? And of course, Aquaman is in all of them, as he should be.
No.
So if you want to chime in on that or weigh in on that, just go to our Facebook page. You can still find that on there. Who are we, you ask? My name is John. I'm your host for this evening. With me are Butch and Alex.
Hello, I just took a nap and had tuna sandwich.
Oh, yeah. At the same time.
Yeah, while taking a nap and having a sandwich.
Yeah. That's a little messy, but it does the job. Guys, we're gonna talk about some comics here. But before that, we have a little bit of business to take care of. Just a little bit of news. Not a lot. It's been a slow news week, but apparently
Yeah.
the Whedon JLA reshoots are
Done.
quote unquote extensive. Not done, extensive.
Extended.
No,
I
extensive,
thought
guys.
I thought it was expensive.
That too, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure, yeah.
Uh,
What do
we
you guys think
decided
about that?
we decided to shoot this green screen scene in a blue screen. It's just that's the extent of the reshoot. That's my best Joss Whedon also.
It's the same scene that Zack Snyder shot, but we're changing the screen, the color of the screen.
Let's reshoot this entire scene except everybody is smiling this time, okay? And making pop culture references. Any thoughts on this, guys?
Butch.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of worrying already because, like, I don't know if were the scenes scheduled to be, because a lot of movies they get reshot, right? And sometimes they get the news of the reshoots gets blown up.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, we're having Joss Whedon coming in, and then we're getting the news of the reshoots, which maybe Zack Snyder already scheduled those. So it's gonna be tough. Like if the movie sucks, then everybody's gonna have something to point at, or if the movie's great, everybody's gonna have something to point at, and maybe it might not even be any bit of news, you know.
Yeah. The last movie I
So
saw that apparently had extensive reshoots actually turned out to be good, and that was Rogue One. Because if you see that again and watch the trailers,
right,
you will notice that there's so many shots in the trailer that were never in the movie.
yeah,
The shot of the TIE fighter facing off against Jyn Erso on the ledge, Jyn Erso on the beach. We never see her on the beach. Um, and
that's true.
a lot of those scenes made it into the movie, but not. I'm sorry, a lot of those scenes never made it into the movie, but were very attractive in the
Yeah.
trailer. So it'll be interesting to see when Justice League actually comes out what scenes in the trailer don't make it into the movie. I'm guessing a lot of the weird, uh, awkward dialogue between Wonder Woman and Batman that we saw in the trailer. I didn't like that very much, and I got the feeling Whedon probably rewrote that or scrapped that entirely. Um,
Hmm,
it'll be interesting. We'll
maybe.
find out. I think there might be another trailer come Comic Con. What concerns me is that Justice League is supposed to come out this year.
Right.
Yeah, so all these reshoots, I'm worried that they'll push it back. I just want my Justice League movie already, but maybe this will make it better. We'll see.
Maybe the reshoots are um an effect of how like Wonder Woman became a hit.
That's a good point,
Ooh.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Wonder
But
Woman now. Everybody is wearing a tiara.
So maybe there's less cyborg and more Wonder Woman scenes.
Yes, yes. Thank God.
no complaints.
Or
No
less
complaints.
Aquaman.
Hey,
Hey,
take it easy, guys.
more
Take it easy.
Namor.
Take it easy. Butch, you saw
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh.
Thoughts? Did you hate it?
Uh,
How much
no.
did you hate it?
Everything.
What everyone is saying is pretty much spot on. It's the best DC movie, not ever. Best DC movie in the, what do you call this? Snyderverse
It's the
run.
best DC movie this month, for sure.
Which isn't saying much because, they've only made like 3 movies or 4 movies.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I won't go into spoilers, of course. What I will say is, see the I didn't like the Themyscira parts, which is like obviously the start of the movie. And but when Wonder Woman, when Diana gets out of the gets into the modern, well, not the modern world, the world of Second World War era, everything just.
First World War.
Oh wait, was it? Whatever,
Yes.
whichever, yeah. Um, everything flows well, or at least it's a good movie from that point on.
Hmm.
Not above average. It's really good, and Gal's acting kind of surprised me. Like I didn't really,
Whew.
because she stole this every scene in BVS, right? Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
could agree. But even then, I was like, okay, but she didn't really have to do much, and we'll see with Wonder Woman, like if she can actually pull off the character, because she didn't really do much in her first effort. So, and she does. She pulls off the mysterious, not the mysterious, the sort of she's sort of an alien to the world of man, so to speak. So she pulls that off really well, and she's fairly convincing in explaining or acting out Wonder Woman's her motivations and what makes her tick.
Cool.
And yeah, so it's really good. Watch it.
You watched it with your wife, I assume.
Yes, the and my mother-in-law. So
Oh, look at
some pretty
you.
wonderful women.
Yeah.
Aww.
Amazon's in your life. I'm excited to check this out. I might watch it next week, depending on how my schedule goes. Uh, aside from this, really, it's gonna be a while until the next blockbuster, right? It's Justice League next.
There has to be a Marvel
Marvel
movie
thing,
in
yeah,
between, like every two
maybe.
months or something,
Hmm.
right?
What's the next one? Thor?
Is it Homecoming?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't care about that.
Oh my god.
That's in
Well, that's
July.
fine.
That's
Planet
in
Hulk's
July.
next.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what do you think about the comparisons to Captain America, First Avenger?
I mean, it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with Captain America, it makes way more sense. Or I don't know. I haven't read too many Wonder Woman stories. I don't know if they actually took this storyline from the comic books. So
Probably
probably
a little
not,
bit.
right? Because Steve Trevor is like he's not. He's still in Wonder Woman's. He's a supporting character for Wonder Woman right now, right? I guess maybe.
Yes.
So that's the only thing. Like that's only. I'd give that as a plus to Captain America because it makes sense a little bit more. But they're actually pretty close. They're both very fairly inspiring in a sense, and the World War II backdrop obviously works for Wonder Woman. I mean for Captain America, and it works for
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman as well.
Wonder
Like
Woman.
there's no particular reason for it not to. There's not much to complain about in the movie actually.
Nice.
But
Very little to nitpick.
can I ask if I correct me if I'm wrong, that the Themyscira part happened in the beginning of the movie, right?
Yes.
So if you remove that, will the movie still stand on its own?
Well, for me, yeah, only because I didn't, yeah, because I didn't like it. So you'll be taking out a part that I didn't really like. Um, it it's one of those things where I was unsure of the movie going forward because I didn't feel like they explained
Yeah,
or they were able to really hit the note of why Diana leaves Themyscira, and even Gal Gadot's acting in for those parts was kind of a little bit kind of lacking, I think. So I was a little bit worried going forward, but once she gets out of there, it's pretty cool. And I think she and Chris Pine have really good chemistry.
Hmm.
Um, and man, she's just so pretty. Well, she's just so nice to look at. Man,
prettier than EJ.
face.
Well,
He's just wonderful too.
well, with the both of you harping on Themyscira, I want to know why you hate strong women so much. I guess.
EJ didn't like Themyscira?
No, you.
Wait, are you calling me fat? Oh, what do you mean both of us?
Well, Alex is
Oh
saying.
no,
Alex is now hinting.
I was bringing it up because I've noticed in some movies recently they kind of force the intro part. The most recent one I've seen was Ghost in the Shell. Like there
Uh
was,
huh.
yeah, the first part where the very first part where we we are being it was being explained to us like why was she like that right before the action scene. That the intro part, it felt very off. And if you
Okay.
remove that from the movie, then the movie can stand on its own. So that's why I was asking Butch. Maybe like the mascara part could have been added later parts during the production, just so that they have a way to explain to the new audience somewhat of a background like who Wonder Woman is, and they're afraid that if they just go right ahead uh, with the World War setting, they might lose. Some audience would like to be told like a brief introduction of the character. So I'm seeing it as a trend in some studios that
Hmm.
let's insert some intro parts. And then when Butch brought it up, that it felt kind of off, like the acting wasn't that good. So maybe I
Hmm.
was thinking that like later in the production of the movie, it was just added on, just like what happened in Ghost in the Shell, and like in some
I
other
mean,
movies I've seen.
that's fair, I guess. But keep in mind, guys, that this is the very first Wonder Woman movie. They needed that origin, or because there's literally no other place a new fan could get it. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, in that sense, you definitely need it. Like, there's no other way to. I guess you could have done it in flashback. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I
That
think
would
Yeah,
suck.
you need
they
the
can, yeah,
scenes.
no, they
Yeah.
can do it in a creative way. Like don't just spoon feed
Mhm.
it to the audience. But yeah, hey, that's my opinion.
Sure. Well, we can't really judge it, you and me, Lex, because we haven't seen it. But if Butch says that that was the weakest part for him, that'll be interesting to check out. If
Yes.
when I finally get a chance to see it, or when it hits the internet. Hey, let's something else that we can find on the internet is comic sales for the month of April, guys. The May Comic Con results have not been posted yet. Butch, I know you've seen this, but I doubt you remember most of it. We're gonna run down the top 10 books sales wise for the month of April 2017. You like this game, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Numbers.
I
Yay.
feel like we just played this.
No, that was a month ago, dude.
Dang. Okay.
All right. One, 10
Batman.
books.
No, sorry.
All right. All right. Batman is definitely on here. Uh,
Did
one.
that ship twice?
It shipped thrice.
Whoa.
Oh no, actually twice, but one of the units
Variants.
is weird because yeah, it's a variant. So we've got in the number 2 spot, Batman number 21 lenticular edition
Hmm.
with 130,000 copies shipped, not sold, but shipped. All right.
Yeah.
And then Batman number 20 and Batman number 21. Respectively, these are the button issues
Hmm.
that apparently sold a lot. Uh, there are no other DC books. Oh, there's one more DC book, I'm sorry, in the top 10. Can you guys name that?
Flash.
Flash number 21, lenticular edition as well, with 107,000 units sold. Units shipped.
Nice.
Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh. Nope, sadly, no Wonder Woman on the
Oh,
on the top 10.
Batman.
Any more DC comics?
We literally just said Batman.
I know. I can't think
What
of
was that,
anything
Butch?
else.
Any more DC comics?
No more DC comics in the top 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Huh. Okay,
There,
it's gotta be Saga or Walking Dead.
Walking Dead is here, not Saga. Number 10, Walking
Spider-Man.
Dead number 166 with 68,000 units shipped. No Spider-Man. But
Wow.
I will tell you guys that the rest are all Marvel books.
Secret Avengers. Empire.
Oh yeah, Secret Empire number
Secret
0
E-
or.
Secret Empire number 0 is number 1
Oh.
with 162,000 copies shipped.
Wow.
Four more slots.
Have we done X-Men Gold and Blue number 1?
Not yet, but those are number 3 and 4 respectively, with 114,000 units and 108,000 units. 2 more books, guys. Marvel books.
I got nothing. What else? Alex.
Mm,
Captain America. No, not Captain America.
I will say one of them is technically a Marvel book only. Not really.
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars number 30
crap.
is number 8.
Man, that's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Star Wars.
One more?
30. And the last one is Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, John.
The last one
I don't know.
is
It's a number 1 issue.
Jean Grey number 1.
Close.
Cable
It's an
number
X
one. Cable
book.
number 1?
No, that's this month, dude.
This month.
Oh. What else came out?
It's an X
Iceman-
book.
That's not Iceman. Oh, Astonishing X-Men number 1?
No, it is Weapon X.
Oh,
What?
Who did this? Whose fault is this?
Greg Land.
Is it Greg Land? Who's writing this?
Oh wow.
I'm not sure. I can't
The
remember.
number 9 book.
Number
With
9?
69,000. Yes, number 9. 69,000 units shipped.
Weapon
It'll
X.
be cancelled in 3 months.
Oh, wow. And there you
Weapon
have
X.
it. Those are the top 10 books for the month of April. Probably in 2 weeks or probably even next week we will have the charts for May. We move on now, guys, to the main event. Not really, but for the game for this week. Now,
Uh-oh.
I'm actually a little happy. A little happy that EJ couldn't make it tonight. He's not happy, of course, but he's stuck in traffic, or because it's raining in Makati, he's stuck at work, actually.
Makati.
But if EJ had been here, Makati, if EJ had been here tonight, this would be no contest because he is a bigger movie buff than the two of you
Ah,
combined. Tonight's game, guys, is entitled Superhero Filmography.
so
And how-
complicated.
And and how it works is, I'm gonna say what cinematic universe this actor belongs in, and all I'm gonna do is name the movies he or she has done, because women make movies too. And then you tell me who the actor is. So let's say, for example, I'll say, name this DC actor. Independence Day, Bad Boys,
Jeff Goldblum.
Fresh Prince. Can you do it, Butch? Independence
Will
Day.
Smith.
All right, there you go. So do you get how it works? You get how it works now?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm ready.
Go slow,
I'm
okay?
ready.
Look, I will.
Go
All
very
right.
slow.
For the easy round.
I think I'll beat Butch this time.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
I know, I'm terrible at this.
I will say for the easy round, these are actors who have only played characters from one cinematic universe. So it's easier to narrow down.
Okay.
Okay. Easy round. Name this DC actor. Okay. Movies. Divergent. A Good Day to Die Hard. Terminator Genesis.
Lord.
Come on, guys.
Ooh, I don't know.
Wait, okay. I watched
Again.
one of those movies.
Divergent.
Again. No fucking Googling. I can hear your keyboards.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Googling.
Divergent. Or Insurgent. Or Allegiant. All 3 of those movies. Okay?
Which I haven't seen.
A Good Day to Die Hard. That's Die Hard 5, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Terminator Genesis.
What's his freaking name? Jai White. No. Michael Jai. No, what's his stupid name? The dude. The really white dude from Spartacus.
I will give you 1 point. It is
Wait.
Jai Courtney.
There you go.
Tell you what.
That fucker.
All right. All right. Let me
Are we done with Jai Courtney yet?
let me yeah.
I have
Sam
no
Courtney,
idea who
Jai
that
Worthington.
is.
That's okay. You'll get this
Captain
one.
Boomerang. Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, from Suicide Squad. This one. Name this Marvel actor. Movies. The Hurt Locker.
Jeremy Renner.
Wow.
He's in every movie.
Did you almost get that, Lex?
No.
Have you seen The Hurt Locker?
I've seen the Hurt Locker.
Okay. But are you face blind again? All right, this one.
Forgot the name.
Keep in mind the easy round is 1 point each. Next one. Name this Marvel and Vertigo actress.
Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Garden State.
Oh, Zoe Saldana.
The Professional.
No?
Huh?
Leon the Professional.
Natalie Portman.
Black Swan. Very good.
Wait, what did you do for Vertigo? What Vertigo movie did you do?
B for Vendetta.
Vendetta.
Oh. Right.
B for Bandana.
Damn it.
Name this. Hey, Alex on the board.
Yes.
This early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got this.
He's warmed up.
I got this.
Name this Marvel actor. Real Steel.
Really?
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
Jesus.
I was gonna say Real Steel, Van Helsing, and Swordfish.
I was thinking Steel with Shaquille
Yeah.
O'Neal. It's like, huh? Shaquille O'Neal?
That's fake
Anyway.
Steel.
I know.
Name this Marvel actress. Lost in Translation. The Island.
Scarlett Johansson.
Her. Wow.
Nice.
Holy
Dude.
shit. Alex dominating tonight. Wow, look at what's going on.
It's a tuna sandwich.
I've never seen.
Yeah, it's true. While napping, it works. Last question for the easy round.
Oh lord, I need to get a lead.
Venom. No.
Etrigan.
Last question for the easy round. The Fifth Element. I'm sorry. Name this DC actor. Name this DC actor. The Fifth Element. The Book of Eli. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Gary Oldman.
Mm.
Nice. Ah, Jesus.
Holy shit, Butch. Crazy.
Downhill from here, guys.
Okay, here. Bonus question in between rounds. This is worth, I'll say this is worth 2 points, this question. Name this Marvel actor. Pulp Fiction.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my god! He's so confident now.
Yeah. Wow.
Just blurts out the correct answer.
Also, you keep in mind the black actors are pretty much Alex's home court.
Oh yeah.
That's his that's home
Really?
court.
Shaft.
That's home territory, dude. Yeah.
Damn.
And well, it could have been Tim Roth if it was just Pulp Fiction, but I mean, you got it.
Yeah, whatever.
Medium round, each question now worth 3 points.
Oh,
That's
God.
it. I'm done.
No, I'm done.
Alright. Name this Marvel and DC actress.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Traitor.
The Terminal. Colombiana.
Zoe Saldana.
Alright.
Nice.
Yay! She did The Losers, right?
Mm-hmm. What did I say? Did I say that was worth 3 points or just 1 point?
12. You said 12 points. I don't know why I said
12
it.
points.
I heard it.
It's worth 3 points. Okay, next. Name this Marvel actress. Inception. Hard Candy. Whip It.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Juno
no, what's your
Girl.
name? Damn it! Hey, that doesn't count. Say your name.
Say it!
Oh fuck.
Inception.
I don't even know her name.
Hard Candy.
Juno Girl.
Juno Girl.
Whip It. Can
You
neither
give it
of
to
you?
Alex.
I'll give
Okay.
Alex. I'll give Alex 1 point because he couldn't name
Yay.
Ellen Page.
Ellen fucking
Ellen
Page.
Page. Such a common name.
Jad just said I should have just said lesbian Justin Bieber, but that's close, I guess.
Yeah, we would still have said Juno Girl.
Yeah. Last question for the medium round. Name this DC actor.
DC actor.
The Untouchables. JFK.
Val Kilmer.
What? He was in neither of those movies.
Whatever. Go on.
Waterworld. Jesus Christ.
Dude, is it Kevin Costner?
Yes, Kevin Costner.
Wait, what did he do? Oh, you're right.
Robin
right.
Hood.
He's Jonathan Kent.
I know,
Did
I'm
Robin
sorry.
Hood.
But those are just, like super old movies. I was like, huh?
Well, he's a
He's
super
like-
old guy.
Yeah, I know.
Val Kilmer did
All right.
what? I can't remember. He never did any DC movie. Oh, wait,
Batman. What are you talking about?
Right, sorry. See?
Hell, what's going on with you, man?
I spent all my powers in the easy round.
He's got selective Batman memory. All right. Hard round.
Oh boy.
Each question worth 5 points, guys.
Oh, no.
Name this Vertigo and Marvel actor.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Movies. Babe and Babe Pig in the City.
That old man.
James Cromwell.
Nope.
Damn it. Hugo
Tra-
Weaving.
Oh, wow.
No way, really?
Yeah. You knew that Hugo Weaving was in Babe?
No, I when you said Marvel and Vertigo.
Oh, that's fair.
V for
Nice.
Vendetta. The only Marvel Vertigo actor other than Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I should have said Marvel DC, but whatever. It's
Ha.
Babe, Transformers, and Matrix trilogy.
Oh.
Right. Alex would have gotten it.
Name this Marvel and DC actor.
Really? So many.
Movies. Multiplicity.
Michael Keaton.
Mmm,
Nee.
very good. Oh no,
That's
Taken-
a Batman too.
you're pulling ahead, man. Actually, you are.
Are you serious?
He is
Yeah,
ahead.
you're already ahead, actually.
Yes. I'm winning. It's a good feeling.
Name this DC actor. Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
Zero Dark 30.
Morgan
Tinker
Freeman.
Taylor. He was in none
Yeah,
of
no,
those movies.
What did
Jude Law?
Alex say?
No, he's
Nope.
not.
Tinker
that's what I was gonna say.
You gotta stop guessing, man. You're just gonna name the entire cast.
Yes.
Is it Jeremy Renner again?
Tinker Taylor, Soldier Spy.
I got nothing.
Again, name this DC actor. Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I know who it is. I know who it is. It's
Zero
Mark
Dark.
Strong.
Yes, Mark Strong.
Ah.
Oh,
Fucking Sinestro.
hmm
right.
Wow. And the final question, worth 5 points. Name this Marvel and DC actor. The Fugitive. Men in Black.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
Wait, what did he? Oh, wait, wait,
hmm
wait. Can't you say Josh Brolin too?
Because
Huh?
the third one I was gonna say was Volcano.
Oh, all right. Oh no, sorry. Josh Brolin was in the Men in Black 3. All right.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway,
And he wasn't in The Fugitive. What are you talking about?
oh shit. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of someone else.
Venom? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Has Harrison Ford been in? Oh, forget it. Never mind.
No, Harrison Ford has never been in a superhero movie.
All right. As long as EJ isn't here,
Yeah.
that's what matters. EJ's like listening to this. He's like screaming the answers.
Wow. Butch with 23 points is our winner.
Yay!
Alex
Woo!
with 12 points
Hooray!
is our second winner. Yay!
Yay! First
Wow.
guy facing the other way.
You guys did pretty good actually. I was expecting more duds.
Struggling or screams.
Mhm. All right, so
Good.
that'll be it
Yep.
for our trivia for this week. We can move on to our actual comic reviews, which is the reason why people
All right.
come to this show. I
Comics.
like to think. So, Lex, you have been
Yes.
wanting to talk about a book since last week.
Uh-huh. I've read the final issue of Moon Knight. Not really the
Final?
final issue. It's the ending of
Oh.
this arc, starting from the first issue of Lemire's run.
Oh, don't spoil though.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, um,
Wait, what issue number? Sorry.
this is
14.
issue number 14.
Okay. All right.
So a major element of him being Moon Knight has been removed,
His
but
cape?
huh? No, like his personality and stuff, like
Oh, okay.
how he is Moon Knight. So like
Okay, okay.
a big factor that what makes him Moon Knight has been, let's say, eliminated in this last issue. But in terms of his mental state, we're basically back to where it started, but now he's more in control. That's it.
Butch is gonna love that.
Yeah. But
Who's drawn it?
Smallwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only Smallwood?
Yeah, just him. Just him. Yeah.
Yes. That's
good.
all I need. I'm in. That's all I need. Butch? You read some
Yeah.
Justice League this week. Actually, some special Justice League books, but you're not sure you want to talk about it?
Yeah, no, I went back and I've always wanted to read formerly known as the Justice League,
Mm-hmm.
and so I actually have a few I have a few of the issues that I picked up
Mhm.
on sale throughout the years. Finally decided to go through them, even though I don't have the whole run.
It's only like 6 issues, I think.
Yeah, 6. Well, that and what's the other one? Can't believe it's what? I can't believe it's not the Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's when I talked to you about it, because you read some of the Giffen how do you say his name? DeMatteis?
DeMatteis.
DeMatteis. Giffen DeMatteis Maguire run, the actual JLA run that they did. You said that this was sort of the greatest hits from that run.
Sort of, because if you read that stuff now, the JLI stuff now, it's actually not all funny. But
Right.
what people remember from it are the funny parts.
Right, that's exactly it, and I couldn't even before I asked you about it. Like I was already getting the feeling that I feel like I need to read that to get all of the jokes, all of the in jokes
Maybe.
from this one. Not that it isn't funny. Obviously, it's basically a superhero comedy. There isn't much to say. If you're not gonna talk about the jokes, the actual plot. I only read the first 2 or 3 issues, and
Mhm.
not much happens. So that's why I don't really want to talk too much about it. Because,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I threw that on you. What did you actually want to talk about?
Um, Ooh, I'm going through I'm going through the original Secret Wars,
Oh
which
yeah.
is one of my favorite comics ever. Um, I actually lost. I actually had like I lost my copy. Don't ever lend your comics out to friends, people.
Who call him
Uh,
out? What's his
no, no.
name?
Comment. Uh, I might see him in the next few weeks. Anyway,
EJ.
no, no. So I tracked down the printing that I wanted, which is the Marvel's Finest printing from the 90s,
Mm.
which had like the cool matte newsprint kind of paper stock, which I feel like it binds. This is really exciting for people, I know. It binds, it holds together well. The binding of that kind of paper holds better than glossy paper.
Sure.
So I'd like to hunt that down. So I've been stalking eBay for a few months because the version they have at Fully Booked or wherever is like the newer printing, which probably has more features and stuff. But I don't want that. I want my paper to smell like newsprint. You know. Anyway, so that being said, I'm going through the whole thing again, and it's so good. Just really quickly, the things that are awesome about it, why people should read it. Two things. Number one, the it's 12 issues. It's self-contained. And when you have that much time to work in what do you call that? Like not laterally, you're just going straight forward. You have so much plot that you can put in there, and that's what Jim Shooter does. So it really feels like a war because the setup is you just have all the bad guys on one side, all the good guys on one side. The Beyonder puts them in one small planet, and like fight. Uh, and it feels like a war in the sense that there are things that actually happen in terms of a war.
Mm-hmm.
You have like betrayals, you have people forming alliances, you have people from the good and the bad sides join together to form like a third faction, and it's really cool. And Galactus is like so fucking awesome. He's like like he's supposed to be with the bad guys, but he doesn't give a shit. So he just ignores everyone for the first half of the series. Um, Anyway, and the second reason why the series is good is Jim Shooter writes the comic, and at the time he was the editor in chief. I think he was the editor in chief for at Marvel, so he has a pretty good grasp of all the characters, and there are so many good moments um, from from what do you call this from Spider-Man like destroying everyone he meets like he is so unstoppable in this comic, and
Mm-hmm.
it reflects, I guess, the time period when during the 80s, like the X-Men weren't quite as popular as they would be in the 90s, and he just mops the floor with the X-Men. He mops the floor with Absorbi-Man, with Titania, like nobody can fucking touch this guy. Uh, and then you have like Thor, that like there's like this giant thunderstorm happening, and Thor is on the rooftop of the headquarters for the heroes. He's on the roof, and like this giant what do you call this? A giant rock falls towards the base. Like this rock will destroy the whole base, and he just smashes it with Mjolnir, and you see that he's smiling. He's smiling the whole time he's doing it, and then some of the other characters who are like inside the base are like talking about it, and they're like, "Why? He's the god of thunder. Why isn't he stopping it?" And then I think Photon's like, "No, he's actually encouraging it. He likes it." It's like, oh, that's so cool. Like that's fucking Thor, right? He's not a just a hero goody goody guy. He's the god of thunder, right?
He loves to fight.
Uh, that's his thing, yeah. Anyway, so many moments like that. If you're a fan of Doctor Doom, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, uh, maybe Captain America, you'll love Secret Wars. It's so good,
I have a
and
couple
and
of Go
Mike
on.
Zeck on the art, so that helps.
I have a couple of questions for you, but before that, I will admit that I've never actually read Secret Wars in its entirety.
Me
I
too.
think I read the first 3 issues.
No way.
And but this was also when I tried to read it for the first time. This was like 10 years ago, and
Hmm.
me being a child with a child's mind, I couldn't quite appreciate the art.
You were like
I
30
imagine
then.
things would. I was 13, correct. I I couldn't appreciate the art, but I imagine it would be different now. Butch, question: do you think this would work in a modern Marvel universe, the way it is today, the way it's set up today?
You put all the heroes and the villains together
Yeah,
in one
because I
small
mean, you
thing.
said the X-Men were not very popular at the time, and as a result, maybe editorially decided Spider-Man mopped the floor with the X-Men. Knowing how the Marvel universe is set up today, do you think Secret Wars would work? Like this version of Secret Wars?
Yeah, I mean the conceit is so simple, but I don't know if they do it. That's the thing. Like, or yeah, because it would be needlessly more complicated. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there are so many like decisions here, like because Jim Shooter was writing it, so I think it's like whatever Jim Shooter wanted, he didn't have to get approval from anybody. So, like for example, what's her name? Invisible Woman isn't even in the story because she was
What?
pregnant. She was pregnant at the time. That's the explanation. She was pregnant with Valeria. Um, and then Iron Man is James Rhodes at the time. So the Iron Man of this one is uh, James Rhodes. And maybe today these days, like the Iron Man editor would be like, no, we have to get Tony Stark in there, blah blah blah.
Right.
And some marketing people would be like, yeah, we need the evergreen Iron Man, and they'd
Mm-hmm.
have to make it more complicated and stuff. So this one is a little bit simpler. It was a little bit simpler to execute. But the basic idea, and I don't know if the modern audiences would like. I think we like stories to have more weight or to be more complicated. The way
Sure.
they're structured, because this one is really it's every. I guess most people know it's based on a toy line, and that's like just the general idea. All the heroes, all the villains, mash them together, like you're playing with toys, and see what happens. And I don't know if uh like that'll go through so many story editors, and people would be chiming in and story what do you call them, summits and stuff,
Hey, they made
and
it. Jim
everybody.
Shooter made it work.
Yeah, but because he was like a he's sort of a tyrant,
That's true.
uh they're a little bit more democratic these days, and that's not, I don't know if that'll help. And you'd have like five artists on this thing, and
Yeah.
it would be different. It would be different, I
I don't
think.
know if this is just me being cynical, but I feel like if Secret Wars happened today, this version of Secret Wars anyway, Deadpool would be killing everybody. Like he'd destroy every team that he fights.
They
Just be,
retcon that. Deadpool was in the original Secret Wars, and I know you're rolling your eyes right now.
uh,
Yep.
Lex, you have any questions for Butch?
was
Read it.
was the Punisher there?
No, no Punisher.
Oh,
Oh,
No Daredevil.
ah,
Those are the big ones. No Sue, like I said, and
all the
but you know,
characters I care about.
but if you like Ultron, he's kind of a badass here.
Hmm, interesting.
Galactus, like I said, Galactus doesn't give a fuck.
What about Surfer?
Oh, no Surfer, no Surfer. No Surfer, but you like you love Doctor Doom. Kang's in here.
All right,
A lot of the 80s big. If you're into
that's my guy.
the like the role playing game from TSR, it's mostly those characters.
Hmm,
okay.
Did I just make that reference? Oh my god. Anyway,
you fucking nerd. Any Gambit? Any Gambit? The best hero in the world?
he wasn't around yet.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Nerds.
If you want to
Harley
say
Quinn's in
anything,
there though.
hey, what if this is what if this is the MCU direction they want to go after Infinity War?
What do you mean?
No, they don't.
What
They
if they
won't do
make a
it.
movie out of this?
They won't do it.
What do you mean they won't do it?
Dude, all the villains are dead.
No, no, they're not.
They're not?
No.
Wait. Sirius
Name
is dead, right?
name a villain that you see on screen actually die.
Red Skull.
Well,
No, Red Skull doesn't die. He gets absorbed into the gem.
He dies.
No. Same
Really?
No,
with
Doesn't
same with
no.
Paladin die?
Ultron.
What?
All the villains aside from Malefice. Is that his name? Malefice? Malekith.
Uh,
All the villains aside from Malekith get
yes.
absorbed into gems. That's how they die. That's it.
No way.
Yeah.
Ooh, really? I
Maybe
did not notice
Zemo.
that.
No, Zemo goes to jail, right? Or does he kill himself? No, Panther kills him. Panther kills him off screen. I might be
Off
misremembering
screen.
that. But yeah,
I don't know.
I'm positive that all the villains just get absorbed into gems.
Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's all the gems do. They just poop out whoever they
Yeah, they just
absorbed.
absorb
Yeah.
villains.
That's probably, well, we might see them again.
As gems.
It's
We
all
might see them.
As
CGI.
gems.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And the holograms.
Gem of the
Uh,
hologram.
uh, I caught up on Seven to Eternity this week after weeks of teasing, and I
Mhm.
was supposed to tag team with EJ tonight because he also read it, and he apparently also loves it. Now, but Alex knows this about me. I love westerns.
Yep.
Alex loves Jonah Hex as well, which I need to revisit. But Seven to Eternity, just to set it up, is Rick Remender's book from Image right now, drawn by the amazing Jerome Pena. And it is a fantasy western, is the best way I can describe it. And, but you caught up, right?
Yeah, up to number 6.
There's a lot of details that I'm going to leave out, but the basic premise is that 6 warriors need to bring this king, this Mud King character, to a certain
The villain.
location. The villain, yeah, the main villain of the book. They need to take the Mud King to a certain location to be depowered.
Yeah.
And they can't kill him on the way because his mind is bonded to a large percentage of the population. If they kill him, they kill basically millions of people. So they need to bring
Yep.
him there safely. But the crux of the story is that along the way, it is a perilous road because there are bounties and there are people loyal to the Mud King who want him back. The children of the Mud King are also very powerful. They want him back. So with that, it's sort of like Magnificent Seven combined with my favorite Western, 310 to Yuma. Um, the main character, Adam Osiris or Osidis, is very interesting because the he has cancer, I want to say, or is it what's the disease where you cough blood, guys?
TB.
Yeah, tuberculosis. Thank you. He has that disease and he wants to get back to his family, but realistically, because he's on this quest, he thinks he's gonna die before he makes it to the destination. And the difficult part of our hero's journey is that the Mud King has offered to heal him if he betrays the people he's with and lets him go. Um, what happens in this latest issue? Lex, you're not caught up, right?
Yeah, no, I'm in the part where they go in the forest. Is it the latest
To the
one?
swamp?
Yeah. Is it the latest one?
Hmm.
Or
Are they already in the swamp, or are they
oh
just
no,
getting there?
they're just they're gonna go there because they encountered like I think it's the
The
Whisper
Piper.
Piper, yeah, and then they have to go to the forest
Yeah.
to avoid him.
All right. So I'm not going to spoil anything from issue 6, but I will say that the interesting part about this book is that the characters are all very, very fleshed out, which is difficult because there are 7 characters here in the book, and the cast is dwindling but also growing in some aspects because re- I'll be honest here. As the story goes on, I actually start to relate more to the Mud King, who is supposed to be the villain of the book, supposed to hate him. But the way Rick Remender writes characters is there's never really just it's never really just black and white. It's all
Oh
gray
my god, he
areas.
got to you too.
Yeah, dude, I heard his offer. I heard the
Fucking. Gotta kill you now. Anyway, go ahead.
and I love it because
So meta.
Adam, the main hero of the book, is starting to show his colors. Like I'm starting to dislike aspects of him.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, his role here is pretty noble. He wants to do this because he wants to protect his family. That's like the most noble thing, and I feel like that's EJ's favorite aspect of the character. But at the same time, the entire series, he's thinking about betraying the people he's with to,
Mhm.
you know, the choice is literally to save millions or to save his family. Or not even that, to save millions or to save himself so he can go home, see his family. Uh,
Yeah. Yep.
it's an interesting dichotomy, and Butch loves the art in this book. I know.
Who? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you can. You want to chime in here? I know you read it.
I bought the. I'm holding the giant size artist proof edition,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yabong.
mean, I mean, god damn, man, it's so big.
So she
I
said.
may have eaten on it too.
What?
I kind of forgot it was under a stack of papers, and
Wait,
good
I
thing
wanna.
there's like a plastic cover on it.
I hope you ate spaghetti too. You're
I
eating
know.
spaghetti.
Oh god, guys, I'm like smelling it now. Hold on.
Now I have a question. I have a question because
Oh, that's
I
so
don't
good.
own any APs. Are they lettered? Do
Mhm.
they have the dialogue and the text?
Yeah, they have all the dialogue, and the dialogue got blown up too, which yeah, it sucks, but
That's
it
kind of
makes
a pain.
sense. It would have looked really weird if you'd have the small letters with giant
Yeah,
panels.
I guess.
So that sucked. But man, and it's one of the better artist proofs because they have it reprints 2 issues.
Nice.
Some of the earlier ones did only one, and it's so pretty. It's nice to look at. Uh, Even more than the big size, what really helps is it's in black and white. So
Right.
I mean, as good as who is it? What's his name? Hollow. Is it Hollingsworth?
Yes.
Is he doing? Yeah, as good as his work is, it's different to see the raw line art.
Right.
Yeah. Now, you said that each artist proof collects 2 issues?
No, no, no. The first, some of them only collect 1 issue
Mm-hmm.
at the same price, so that's why this this one and the what is it? Tokyo Ghost. They're such they're really good deals because you get 2 issues for $20.
Yeah. But you bring up Tokyo Ghost, and I love that too, and I know you love Sean Murphy, but Seven to Eternity story wise is leaps and bounds ahead of Tokyo Ghost. Like the characters are just more fleshed out, and the
Really
story,
interesting.
for me anyway, the setting itself is also more rich in a certain sense. What was I gonna say? Did you know that Openia? Well, I'm sure you know this, but the listeners, Openia doesn't ink. It's just
Pencils.
pencils.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just super tight pencils on this book and
Wait,
colors on top of that. Yes, Butch?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Pencils.
actually, that's the thing. It's really confusing because I heard that I don't even know if it was from him or secondhand information that he just uses a really fine uh Copic multiliner. Sorry, really fine, nice, and really what do you call this? Like high quality technical pen. Anyway, if you say so.
Well, I don't know the intricacies of it, obviously, but I did just listen to a Rick Remender interview where he says it's all
What
just
does he know?
pencils. Yeah, he would. I feel like he would, which is super impressive considering
Man.
how tight everything is here in this book, and
Mhm.
the designs, man. Jerome Pena
Mhm.
is probably the best designer in comics since I don't know, since Joe Madureira in the 90s. I can confidently say that. Their styles might not appeal to the same audiences, but he certainly has that flair. Would you agree?
I won't. I don't know enough. All I read are fucking fucking superhero stories. They don't make new designs.
Mm,
Maybe I don't know.
that's fair. I would say I would
I mean,
put
these are nice. I'm just saying I don't know if I can make that claim. Like,
sure. I mean, personally, I would put Chris Anka up there too, I guess, because he's a solid designer.
That's true.
But when it comes to just fleshing out new characters and making them memorable, Jerome Pena is certainly he's of note. He's worth taking note of.
This
If
guy is a fucking dinosaur with like a fucking what do you call it? Like a
a
trap
portal,
jaw thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. What's his name?
Drawbridge.
Jesus. Yeah. I thought he was the seventh guy of Seven to Eternity.
Well, as
Anyway.
of issue 4, not anymore.
Oh.
But yeah, listeners, if you have not yet checked out Seven to Eternity, I highly recommend it. It is, for me, probably my favorite Image book right now.
7
Yeah,
to 11.
it's probably my favorite. 7 to 11. Yeah, that'll be
Wait,
it for.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Has Remender said how long this is gonna run?
In the podcast, I remember him saying that Deadly Class is no, not Deadly Class. Black Science will end around the 30s or early 40s. As for Seven to Eternity, all he mentioned was that it is a finite story
Okay.
and that there will be breaks in between arcs, but he didn't say how long.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I
Alright.
imagine it has to be finite.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, he said that issues 7 and 8 will be drawn by James Herron, your favorite Butch.
Boo! Boo!
And Opena will be back for issue 9.
Yay! Yay!
But the artist proofs will all be half James Herron and half Opena. Just kidding. That'll be it for our comic stock for this week. We're gonna have a tight episode. We're gonna be way under our usual. Before I move on to our panel discussion, guys, did you guys have a? This is gonna be weird. Did you have a prom, a high school prom?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Which I didn't join because I just
Yeah.
played StarCraft.
Aww. I think you told me this,
Yeah.
but okay. Let's play with this question anyway. If you could take any comic book character to prom,
Hellboy.
Oh god.
come on. All right. Well, I like it. Who would it be, and what kind of prom night do you imagine it would be like?
Dark Side.
Oh, that's okay. The
Man, I
Omega
love the way you're
section.
thinking. Yeah.
Exchange sons to end a war. Butch.
Are you gonna be the girl? You'd have to be the girl, right?
Yes.
Hey man,
We're gonna be
it's
the
not
girl.
called the Omega sanction for nothing.
Apocalypse on the dance floor.
but Darkseid wears a skirt.
Oh, true. You're right.
I
Ew.
win.
Wow.
I win.
Maybe it's a double date. It's Hellboy and Darkseid and Alex.
So you gonna put out?
Which she?
I don't know.
Are those your choices, Lex? Because I like them, but
Sure, why not?
Butch.
I have no idea, man.
Who do you think would
I
make
was trying to think, but fucking Alex.
Well, who do you think would
distracted
make
me.
a fun prom date?
Abomination.
Keep in mind-
Now,
I get the
stop naming big dudes.
I get the impression we all have different ideas of how prom is gonna go.
I expect conversation.
Make yourself 15 years old again. You're 15.
Oh man, I was really into comics at 15.
Who would it be?
Butch will pick White Queen
Oh, I like it.
in her Hellfire
15?
Club costume.
Mm-hmm.
15, I was probably really into Lady Death.
Oh, high five. That's my
Really?
man.
No way.
Yeah.
John will probably pick Red Monica.
Mm,
Oh,
no.
No? Okay.
She's scary.
Who did Lady
Realistic.
Dark
fucking
side's
Death?
scarier.
Yes, I'll agree.
What was that, Butch?
No, Alex is bringing dark side. I mean, come on, not
Hmm.
up.
I would
What's Red
probably.
Monica, like a pirate?
What's she like?
Yeah. Does she just have like big weapon, big
She's a
weapons?
pirate,
Sure,
right?
two very big weapons. She's basically Red Sonja but with guns.
Right. So you can handle that.
uh, well, she's also kind of a bitch. So I think I would pick this is, either Jubilee or keep in
Whoa.
mind I'm 15 years old. Either Jubilee or Kitty Pride.
Wait. Whoa. Jubilee?
Yeah,
Alex.
she wouldn't be shy about dancing
Why not?
because that's her thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know Jubilee was a big dancer.
Yeah, she's all pop and stuff. You can't dress like that and not like to dance. I mean, look at
Right.
you.
Takes off my shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Alex, do you agree? Like Jubilee?
She's like the 90s party kid.
How do you?
Yeah.
I mean, her
the
powers
mic
are like, party lights.
fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the Michelangelo of the X-Men, and Michelangelo is a party dude. I mean, Raphael is cool but rude, but
And John
Michelangelo
hates
is
Give me a
parties.
break. I just
Although,
don't.
mhm.
I don't see Jubilee ever being attractive to anyone. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Although she's pregnant, or she has a kid, so
And she's
Yeah,
a
one
I
vampire.
comes
stand
after the
corrected.
other.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there was one. It only takes one idiot.
Wow. What about X-23? Difficult prom date? Pain in the ass?
I think that she's too young, John. I don't know.
15 years old. You're 15.
From dit lang,
Oh,
uy.
I thought you meant. I thought you meant like the last time I saw her, she was like 8 years
Logan?
old or 9 years
Logan?
old. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Not that X-23. You still haven't given your choice, Butch. Is it Lady Death? Because I don't hate it. I mean, you're tall. You were tall when you were 15.
Lady Death only if she was drawn by Ivan Reis, which who drew her when I was 15,
Juicy.
maybe.
Or Ed Benes.
Or it's gotta be hottest girl at the time was
Stephen Hughes.
Caitlin Fairchild.
I
Oh
like
my
it.
God, yes, Caitlin Fairchild. There you go.
And she's tall too,
Like you.
right?
She's big like what Alex wants,
Mm-hmm.
and she's female like what you want. So I combined, you guys.
Nice.
Okay. How about this? I'm gonna try to satisfy both of you guys' choices at the same time. Big Barda.
No, Big Barda's surprisingly hot, I will have to say. And I know you like Miracle Man, so you probably have the biggest crush on Big Barda.
Well, it's true.
No?
It's true. It depends on who draws her and what her armor looks like, because her armor can be a little bit of a put off if the horns are too big.
It's Jack Kirby drawing her.
White Queen, but it's Frank Quitely.
Not so bad.
I would say, lingering on the Jubilee thing, and then you brought up Fairchild. I think Free Fall would be a good prom date. Yeah?
The third hottest member of the Gen 13 women.
Next
Or
to John
fourth if
Lynch.
you add the fourth if you add the maid.
The maid? Oh, I forgot they had a maid.
Anna? I want to say her name is Anna.
Was she a robot?
Yeah.
What about
She
Voodoo?
died.
Voodoo as a prom date.
She can dance. Oh, that's a girl who can dance. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
As drawn by Jim Lee.
I think that's my choice. Voodoo.
I think you might win this. I don't know. Dark Side or Voodoo?
Dark
Nobody
side.
wins. Okay, fine.
I thought the whole point was like bragging. Is that the whole point of prom?
Oh,
Like bragging?
All right, listen. I don't want to make this some sort of misogynist contest. Like, yeah, I got the hottest girl. That's kind of sexist, especially since
It's a
Wonder Woman
joke.
came
We're
out.
joking, people.
All right,
For
but
fun.
all right. 15 years ago, the world was a different place, and we were all assholes, admittedly.
No.
Who would you be more keen on bragging about if she was your prom date? I would say Voodoo.
Wait, and the other choice is Dark Side?
Yes.
No, who I'm asking you who no, I'm saying who which comic book character do you think you'd be uh readily bragging about if she was your prom date? And I'd say Voodoo. I would definitely be bragging about that.
I would say Psylocke because she looks just like Voodoo, but people know her.
She does not look like Voodoo.
It's Jim Lee, dude.
They all
They
look the
all look
same.
alike.
All right. All right. But Voodoo's got the hot tattoos.
Those aren't hot for me.
Okay. Lex, it has to be a
Green
girl.
Dragon.
Come on.
Um,
You're not going to be playing StarCraft with
Jean Grey?
Darkseid.
Stompa.
Is
Jean
Jean Grey?
Grey?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jean Grey's okay.
Green Jay.
Green Jay.
She's kind of like a boring version of Emma Frost.
Whoa. Whoa.
Grabe.
Scott Summers is like, you son of a bitch.
And I don't get it because
I mean,
everybody
it's
loves
true.
Jean Grey.
It's true.
You're right? She's like the mutant mommy.
Wow.
And Cyclops is the mutant daddy, right? They're like the Reed and Sue.
I feel like
X-Men.
the only person more boring than Scott Summers is the person that fell in love with him. And I love Scott Summers. So that's saying something about Jean Grey. So it's Jean Lex?
Um,
Is it Dark Phoenix Jean Grey?
You like redheads?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, just the normal Jean Grey with the shoulder pads.
Oh, wow. It's all Jim Lee girls, guys.
It's all the same face.
It's all Jim Lee girls.
Well, I mean, come on, right? Like,
All right. I'm gonna
Back
change
then-
mine now because we've got time. I'm gonna change my answer. It is then gonna be, just to vary it up a bit, still a Wildstorm character,
Okay.
but not by Jim Lee. I would then pick Abby Chase from Danger Girl,
which one is that? The blonde one?
the blonde one with the beauty mole on her cheek, drawn by
Over
J. Scott
the-
Campbell.
Over the sexy brunette?
Well, the sexy brunette is Australian, and I feel like she's got some weird habits, and she's also too outdoorsy. She's got a rope, dude. That's scary.
I do not see any negative in what you just said.
All right, name a non-Jim Lee choice.
I've been thinking about that. I'm trying.
Is it still Big Barda?
God, who was drawing Pretty Women in 1995?
It would have been 1999.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about Witchblade? She's
How-
actually.
How do you feel about Witchblade? Is the question here?
I mean, you can take off the scabs, right?
They're not scabs.
They
Also,
come
okay,
off, right?
this is your prom date. She's a cop.
Oh,
I
good
feel like
point. Never mind.
she's
Never
a
mind.
bit of a killjoy that you can't drink
do
around
drugs.
her. Yeah,
Seriously,
Favorite
she's actually the
pastime.
worst choice.
she's the worst.
Who's drawing the pretty ladies?
And,
I'm going completely by looks, by the way.
yeah, of course.
Man, I can't think.
Sasquatch.
Psyblade. Psyblade.
That's scary. That's a scary pick.
Velocity.
No.
Ballistic.
No. Stop naming Mark Silvestri characters. Oh, I
Mhm.
started it. Sorry.
Fathom. That girl from Fathom. What's her name?
Stop naming.
Which
Oh,
one? Which one, Lex?
Aspen.
Aspen.
No,
Yeah.
is that her
I
name?
don't know.
Yeah. Her name is Fathom. No, it's Aspen, yeah. That's your choice, Lex?
I chose it for Butch.
Oh. Butch does like to swim.
Yeah.
No?
Lady Death. Lady Death.
Alright. Alright. I buy it.
I dig it. She's
Lex?
super
What?
white.
Non-Jim Lee.
Non-Jim Lee. Can I do anime?
We all named Jim. Sure.
Uh,
Sure.
the android from Dragon Ball. Android 14,
Which?
I think.
18.
18, yeah.
18?
Ah.
Yeah. Kirin.
blonde
Yeah.
one, right? The blonde one?
The one married to Kirin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Alex is bald.
Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to be Kirin with dots on his forehead.
Precisely. She obviously likes them shiny heads. I like it. Good choice. Wow, this got weird. Thanks everybody for listening to this weird end of the show for Trash Comic Heroes. That'll be episode 49. Thank you, Alex and Butch, for exploring and showing us the strange recesses of your prom night
It's your fault.
imaginations. Oh, it's always my fault.
Yes.
That'll
Tell
be
us
it.
your pics. Tell us your pics on Facebook.
Yes. Actually, I'll post this as a question, as a discussion
Okay.
tomorrow or on Monday. I want to hear them all. The weirder, the better, and also why. Why would you choose that character? Thanks, Alex and Butch, for joining me this evening.
You're welcome.
EJ, I hope you're still in the office 2 hours later, and maybe sleep there over the weekend. I want to remind you guys to like us on Facebook, join the discussions, and check out my daily podcast that I am doing
yeah.
for TK. I'm
Yes.
currently running down the entire Grant Morrison Howard Porter JLA run in our JLA Daily Show, which I'm doing solo currently, but we might have guests in the future. I'm speaking to a couple of comic creators, Filipino comic creators, to join me for a couple of issues. One of them is named Butch, so make of that what you will.
That guy.
But yeah, thanks guys. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Alrighty.